a successful story on that too. It's part of the business. You have to have thick skin. You can't take things personally, and you just have to keep going. And just get back up on the horse and keep going and find that buyer or seller, or investor or situation that makes sense. But yeah, things go sideways, and I think that's a real determining factor when something goes sideways. How does that person handle it?
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with. Her name is Erica, and she's actually been making serious moves in the real estate industry in Southwest Florida. So Erica, I'm actually pretty glad to have you here.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Erica, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from you for how you've been able to approach the real estate market in South Florida nowadays. So for people who may not be familiar, all right, with what you do, can you give us the short version on what's your main focus these days?
Yeah, thank you. Of course. So my main focus these days on the real estate market is, I'm in Southwest Florida, and I am working with buyers and sellers as well as investors. My investors are my primary focus, as my sellers are too. Many of my sellers and my buyers are investors, but I do a lot of work helping people buy full portfolios down here, 1031 exchanges. Of course, I help first time home buyers, but many of my clients come to me because of my expertise in getting them a good ROI on a rental property. So, for example, somebody will come to me and they say, "I want to get started. I want to get started on real estate investing. I want to buy, 3 properties to start off with, and I want them to have a good return on investment with rental income." So what I'll normally suggest is typically, a single family home in our area, and then we'll go ahead, negotiate a great price on that single family home, and then immediately get it ready for the rental market, get it on the market for rent. And typically I like to see them go into annual unfurnished rentals. And that's what I'm really focused on. The rental market is extremely strong here. And originally, when I got involved in real estate, that's the sector that I came from. I was working for a real estate investment trust for many years in the corporate world, and I would make sure that the return on investment was solid. And even if the numbers weren't perfect at the beginning, having that potential for the future is very, very important. So that's something I really do focus on right now.
All right. And just to make sure you're only operating in South Florida, right?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, Southwest Florida. I specialize in Naples, Bonita Springs, Estero, Fort Myers. I go down to Marco Island, and I go as north as normally Punta Gorda, although occasionally I will do something in Sarasota because I'm very familiar with that market as well.
Right. All right. That's cool. Um, Erica, actually, something that caught my attention about that you know about you. It's where you're actually have your business, and Southwest Florida. We know that that is a place that it's with high demand
Yeah.
nowadays. So how tell me, can you tell us a little bit more about how you've been able to navigate, or keep building your business in that particular area, which is very difficult to do nowadays?
Yeah, it's a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. Navigating through the ups and downs of the real estate market is not something that I'm a stranger to. I think communication is key, follow up is key. Listening to your client and their needs instead of what your needs are is extremely important. Uh, and then really trying to think out of the box and find the deals. Not everything that a buyer is going to buy is actually on the market. There are many deals that are privately done, and I have been very lucky this year to be able to be part of that. Not everything that's for sale is on the MLS, not everything is public knowledge. So I think having a really good network of trusted individuals who turn to you in times like this in our market is, something I'm very proud to be able to say that I do.
All right. So if someone wanted to buy a property today in Southwest Florida, let's say Naples,
Mhm.
and it's off the market, you can bring them, a list. Like, hey, look, I have this to show you that is actually not for sale. All right. But if the right buyer comes in, they're open, to have a discussion at least or a debate.
Yes. Yes. I mean, not like I said, not everything is on the market. Some things are private deals and only certain people know about these deals. And that is part of this business. Um, I do, of course, utilize my MLS and all of the normal stuff that a realtor does. But I also know that not everybody wants to be a part of that, and sometimes you have to just kind of hit the pavement and go look for the deal. And I'm not afraid to knock on someone's door and make them an offer.
Exactly. Exactly. Love that. Love that. Now, Erica, I know that every operator has a moment where things got real, maybe a deal that went sideways or a time that you had to pivot fast. You mind sharing one of those moments?
Um, do I have to? No, just kidding. Um, Yeah, of course. For example, I've got a farm that's for sale. It was 12.9 million. It's 20 and a quarter acres. And it's a really great opportunity for someone. I put it under contract, at 12.9. It couldn't put enough apartments on it, so it went back on the market. We canceled that contract, and I got another contract. It was almost like a similar situation, but I was misled on what they wanted to do. So we went ahead and took that offer, and now it's back on the market. And now we are getting quite a few interested parties. It really makes sense for a commercial situation. It's right near SR 31, heading towards Babcock Ranch. which is in Fort
Okay.
Myers, very popular area. And it's a deal that I have on Palm Beach Boulevard, and I'm not going to give up on it.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
But it's a challenge, of course. I mean, I sold 96 acres this year in Naples, and, everybody kept calling, like, is it sold yet? Is it closed? Is it closed? And there's a lot of due diligence and a lot of time and permitting and different things that go into these huge land deals. And when you're dealing with like 96 acres and it takes 2 years to close, that's really
Wow.
not complete. That's not unheard of, but it did. We got it closed and we got almost full price. And I'm very proud of that. But yeah, it certainly went sideways more than once. And it was very, very challenging, but we did get it closed. And now I have this other one, and it's definitely a challenge too. But I'm working towards, a successful story on that too. It's part of the business. You have to have thick skin. You can't take things personally, and you just have to keep going, and just get back up on the horse and keep going and find that buyer or seller, or investor or situation that makes sense. But yeah, things go sideways, and I think that's a real determining factor when something goes sideways. How does that person handle it? I'm not going to sit around and cry over it. I'm just going to move on and find another person to buy it. And I think that not everybody has that passion and determination to get things done, but I do not give up. I don't give up on anything. If something's not working, then there's reasons for that. You have to determine what are those reasons. How can I fix this and fix it?
Correct.
Plain and simple, just move on, and got to brush it off and keep going.
Yeah, actually, that what you said is true. All right. And I'm gonna give you points, on your favor. Because for me, that's that's what separate the folks who just dabble from the ones who actually stay in the game the long term. All right. And it's
Yes, yes,
actually, if you need to act quick, if something is creating you obstacles, you need to move fast. All right.
yes.
So that's actually pretty good. Now, let me ask you something, Erica. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
What am I most focused on solving, or what was the last thing?
Scaling next.
Oh, well, the more deals, the better, of course. I always want more deals. I always want to keep working. I always want to keep going. I work really well under pressure. So the more pressure that's put on me, the better. I like it. I
Okay.
like being challenged. I get a lot of challenging inquiries where an investor or a seller or a buyer, they have this problem, and I really like to figure out a solution. um Scaling, I want to continue to see my business grow. I've got several family members that work within my family brokerage with me, and I'd like to just continue to see that grow and one day leave behind a legacy for somebody to take over that is in my family. And that's, ultimately where I'm going with it. I love to help people, and people love to help me. So it's kind of a back and forth relationship. I just want to keep going, keep growing. There's slow times of the market, there's busy times of the market, and that really, you just have to navigate and adjust to who you're going to focus on in those times, and that's what I do.
Okay. All right. All right. Actually, that's pretty big. Now, now that you were mentioning, like how good relationships you have with everyone, with your investors and your buyers. Uh, I
Yeah.
think that it will be good for the people that are listening over here, because they're either early in their journey, or they're just trying to level up at some point?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And I think they will benefit, from hearing something like this when it comes about building relationships um, and growing up your network. What's made the biggest difference for you?
In what's made the biggest difference for me in what exactly?
Yeah,
In my
when it
business?
comes about building relationships and growing up your network, all right?
Sure.
What
Uh,
what make the biggest difference for you?
well, for me, I think it's really paying attention to the small details and listening to what the client wants. I think we've really lost touch with the fact that not that the customer's always right, but that the customer has needs and they have specific needs they're bringing to you. And if you can't listen before you talk, that's a big problem. So I think that that's a big thing for me, communication. Um, and not sugarcoating things. If you don't agree with something, you need to tell the person you don't agree with it. This is why. And you have to have information and data to back that up. And Uh, I've been doing this a really long time, and I'm not trying to age myself, but I'm 47 years old, and I have been in real estate since the early 2000s. And it's really something I wake up wanting to do, and I go to sleep thinking about. And besides my family and my faith, real estate is, my main why besides them. And
All right.
I think, again, communication is everything. And I think there's a lack of it. And also think uh, being able to have differences of opinions and move forward in business is really important too.
Okay. All right. Cool. Erica, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, or maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Sure. Well, my cell phone, I mean, I'm a person, I'll pick up my phone if you call, but you can text me. Is 239-898-4077. And then my web address is esterobenitahomes.com as well as napleshomebroker.com. And I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on all of the, social media
Platforms.
situations. I mean, I'm not a stranger to any of that, and I usually use my actual name on those platforms. So,
All right.
YouTube, um, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. I'm even on TikTok, believe it or not, while it's still around. Although I do have hesitation on that sometimes because I've heard so many different perspectives on TikTok. But I really just I'm everywhere. You can't miss me. You can Google me right now, and I'll pop right up. Erica Eister, and my maiden name was Erica Michaels. So if you see Erica Michaels is Erica Eister, same person, just a married name.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time, your story, and also your perspective. All right. We need more people in this space who are actually doing it the right way. So thanks again for being here. And for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. All right. We got more conversations coming with operators just like Erica who are out there building real businesses. So we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.